Hey.
How's it going? Let me know if you guys can see us and hear us. And doing something a little bit different tonight. Well, I gotta mute myself on this side. That way you guys don't hear me going twice. But yeah, so I hope you guys are having a good night. And we're gonna try something, like I said, different this evening and try to do just a little something fun with you guys. I don't know how it's gonna go, but we will see how it goes. But we will see. Zat changed my mind. Hello, Hayden. Hello, Zat. What's going on, guys? I know we're not at the park tonight. It's a rainy mess out there. We got back late last night from Mickey's Not So Scary, and we had a good time out there. But I stayed up last night and was editing the vlog. I did not go to sleep till 5 a.m. And then I woke up to a copyright claim and had to fix that. So, but yeah, so we're going to be talking about Halloween Horror Nights tonight. We're going to be talking about what we've learned this week and all the new news that's going on. And it was an awesome vlog at Magic Kingdom. Thank you so much, Hayden. We appreciate that, man. But yeah, so we're going to be talking about what's going on with Halloween Horror Nights. All the houses got announced this past week and everything. So we're pretty excited. We hope you guys will stick around and talk to us for a little while. This is not something we're going to do all the time. We kind of put out a poll a few weeks ago talking about how we were going to like maybe do some live streams from home. And a lot of the times that will probably happen when the weather is bad. Weather is bad here all the time, but hopefully that doesn't happen all the time. But I mean, yeah, so we're here. We're going to talk about Halloween Horror Nights, and then I'm going to do a poll here in just a minute, and I'm going to ask you guys what's your most anticipated house you're looking forward to. Now, we did one earlier on the on our community board for our YouTube channel, and I'm going to share those results with you. Hey, Lisa, how's it going? Hey. But yeah, we're just trying something different tonight. We're going to have fun. We're going to talk about Halloween Horror Nights. We'll talk about Mickey's Not So Scary too and give you our honest opinions. If you guys don't mind, hit that like button because that really helps us out. And then with our schedule this week, we didn't really get a chance to go to, because we went to Mickey's Not So Scary. Usually we're trying to do our Universal streams on Friday night. But we went to Mickey's Not So Scary last night, so it just didn't permit us the time to go to Universal stream and then head over to Not So Scary. So, but yeah, so let's start with Mickey's Not So Scary while we're getting everybody in here. And guys, make sure you share the stream, invite everyone in, and we're just going to talk about everything. And then and I know that the quality of this live stream may not be the best. I do have live streaming equipment, and where I can use my A6600, but I forgot to charge my camera, and I don't have it set up. My camera's at 17% right now. I've never gotten my camera that low. Hey, Zach, welcome back. But anyway, yeah, we went to Mickey's Not So Scary last night. It is a different event from Halloween Horror Nights. It's completely different.
But different in a good, I mean, you know, because it's more kid-friendly.
Yeah, oh yeah. It's definitely more kid-friendly. But I want to ask you guys what you think of trying to go to, like, Mickey's Not So Scary. For me, you know, I knew it was like, this was like my prep weekend, I think, for Halloween Horror Nights. And that sounds terrible, like, you know, because it's not even the same thing. But the difference is, is like how much time you have in that the time period that they give you, because it starts at 7 and ends at midnight. Shoshana, hey, how's it going? I was just watching the Mickey's Not So Scary video. Thank you so much for watching that. We appreciate that. Anytime you guys watch our Disney stuff, I know we're more geared to Universal stuff on this channel, but anytime you guys watch our Disney stuff, it really means a lot. But yeah, so my honest thoughts on the event, we I'll just give behind the scenes details. I shot 3 outros for that video yesterday. I shot one that was very positive, I shot one that was in the middle, and I shot one that was very negative. And we went with the more positive one because I was really tired whenever we finished filming, and so, when we finished filming wasn't until we got home. But I will say that it was, we went with the more positive review because as I got home and got thinking about it, and it was 4 a.m. when I was putting that together. For some reason, when I was putting the video together last night, my editing software, I use Final Cut right now. It didn't want to work right. I had to do a workaround and try to get it right, but it was whatever. Zach, I like some of the Halloween Disney characters, but I need something scary or something that would jump me out of my skin. Yeah, I'm same way. Same way. There was some cool stuff, though.
I feel like the Mickey's Halloween was the way it was for a reason, and I feel like, we can love that and still love HH.
Yeah, absolutely. It's pricey for you actually to get enjoy from what I'm seeing and reading. Yes. Yeah. And my biggest complaint about the event was it didn't feel like I was burning the candle at both ends. Yeah, for sure. I'm just prepping myself for Halloween Horror Nights, guys, because I'm not spreading this rumor around too much because I don't want to oversell, underdeliver, but I'm going to do my best to have that video out like 4 or 5 a.m. the next morning when we get done with Halloween Horror Nights. But yeah. So what was I saying? I got totally. Oh yeah, my biggest complaint was the amount of tickets that they sold to this event was ridiculous. Like, it was way too many people in there for that. Like,
for a sold out event.
Yeah, for a sold out event to be a special ticketed event. I think it was pretty crazy that there were so many people. Rod, just running through. Thank you guys for sharing the streams with us and bringing us along. Oh, absolutely, Rod. Thank you so much for watching. We appreciate you. Shoshana, we are HHN people, but we have a 3-year-old now, so Mickey's not so scary. It'll be more for more in the years. Yeah, I totally get that. It's definitely one of those things where.
But I feel like all people can enjoy it.
Right.
I mean, it's a one-night event. Usually.
Zach, I'm sorry. Zach, we're talking about Mickey's Not So Scary Halloween Party. We went to it last night. We have a vlog on it. It's about a little over half an hour if you want to check that out at some point. So I think it's just one of those things. It was fun.
Like the show, I feel like Disney does the shows and stuff really well, and so we ended up making choices that was best for like what you all would want to see,
right?
Versus us just like doing things for ourselves that we wanted to do. So we tried to make sure we got all the shows in, and so like we only rode one ride, right?
Well, yeah, Pirates of the Caribbean. Yeah, it's the only one we did, and we wanted to do Haunted Mansion. That was my other complaint, that the big marquee rides like Haunted Mansion, Pirates of the Caribbean, they were all pretty long wait times, and that was what we were excited about the most. Was, I guess, when we bought our tickets to Mickey's Not So Scary, we didn't realize that there was so much to do. We thought it was just like a parade and that was it. I mean, like, we knew there was treat trails, but like when putting a vlog together and trying to, make it as entertaining for you guys as we can, we try to focus on, okay, what do you guys want to see? Like, how can we point this out for you guys, like how you can enjoy the event. Now, you might be watching, you're like, well, don't do that for Halloween Horror Nights. We're not going to, because Halloween Horror Nights, we have a pass to go several times. I mean, like, I think 14 times is how many times we can go, something like that. I forget the amount. So, like, if we don't hit all houses the first night, you know what? There's going to be another video the next day for you to see it. And I actually I've been thinking about doing part 1 and part 2 for opening weekend. We'll see, but when I'm getting back to my point there for the event, the wait times were pretty bad. Now the treat trails, when you would go through that was pretty decent. I didn't think that was bad. I thought it was pretty quick.
Our first treat trail, we got in line, and they weren't set up or anything, so we sat in line for 30 minutes waiting for them to open for that, just to get candy, and I felt like we kind of wasted some time doing that. So,
Yeah. I'm gonna put a poll out here in just a minute. I'm trying to get it all typed up for you guys. But yeah, so I mean, we had a really good time. I mean, it's whoa, that's a nice 14 days to attend HHN. Yeah. I mean, we didn't get the most expensive pass. It's just for 2 people, it's really expensive to get the most expensive pass. But we got one enough to where we could go by ourselves without vlogging and enjoy it. And then one that we can cover all kinds of stuff. So, we've been pushing Halloween Horror Nights. Lisa, thank you so much for becoming a channel member. We appreciate that. Thank you.
Thank you.
That means a lot. Thank you so much. But we're going to put out as much content as we can for that. But yeah, I would say becoming or going to Mickey's Not So Scary, it was fun. I enjoyed it. It kind of prepared me for Halloween Horror Nights. If you're going, like Shoshona said earlier, they're HHN people, and if you go to something like Mickey's Not So Scary and expecting it to be adult friendly, it's really not. I mean,
yeah, but I feel like you
fun,
can
though.
Still have a good time.
Yeah,
What I got
absolutely.
annoyed with, and I don't mean this in a rude way to people that have children, because I have kids too, and so I get like wanting your kids to like see the shows and see the characters and like it be about them too, of course. But people would we would be in line for like the candy, and there's plenty of candy, okay? And these kids, like the parents would kind of be like pushing their kids to like get in front of us, and I'm like, okay, there's 2 huge bins, and there's like candy trails all over the whole park, so they're not gonna run out. And it's like, you shouldn't let your kids to just like push people over to get the candy. It's like, it's gonna be okay. There's plenty for everybody.
Well, it's definitely a kid-friendly event, and it's one of those things like,
or like when
I'm
we were
not trying to sound bad. Okay, I'm not trying to make this sound bad at all. Hello, there's a line. HHN forever. Heck yeah. Okay, so I guess what I'm trying to say is that there is a point in time, I think, where like there are certain we all know these kind of people that are kind of they're aggressive people, and they don't care. I got irritated last night is I had a perfect view of the parade.
We stood, we were literally where the curb was. We were like the second or third person from the curb, so we had a really good view.
And it was like my diagonal view was perfect for the parade, So I'm sitting there with my camera ready to go, and then that's from the line for the candy. Oh yeah,
she's saying because the people that were pushing through or whatever.
Yeah.
But like there was people, and they would put their kids like on their shoulder or something like that, and then we couldn't even see. And it's like, and what they would do is there's tape where you have to stand within like the tape, and they would just go up, and like we waited for like 30 minutes to an hour just for the parade to start or whatever. And it's like, then these people come last minute, and they just like come right in front of you, and I get it, like it is kid friendly, so I definitely want the kids to enjoy it too, but it's like, okay, but you can't just put your kid on your shoulder. Now I can't see anything, you know? And
for
it's
sure.
Just frustrating. It's like, if you want your child to see something, then get there ahead of time so that you can make sure they have a good view.
And I think that was one of those things. I'm gonna put up a poll right now, and we're going to ask you guys. I put 4 options up of what house you're looking forward to the most. So I'm really excited to see what you guys say. But we'll get to the HHN stuff here in a minute.
But I was gonna add about the Mickey's Not So Scary. I feel like as an adult, I pay just the same for a ticket as somebody that has a child. Like, why should I have to come? Like, if I'm in the line first or whatever, why should I have to like let your kid go in front of me just because they're a kid? I paid the same as you did.
Right.
You know?
Yeah. Well, I think going back to my point about the parade is there were people that, you know, like Disney's usually pretty good about, hey, you can't stand here, you can't stand there. And what happened was I was sitting here filming and these people just walk up and are standing right in front of me. Well, okay, I'm not the tallest guy in the world, so it's really hard. So the whole time I had to hold my camera up like this. So every bit of footage you saw of the parade is me just going like this, just holding on for my dear life. And by the time it was over, I was literally going like this. And our buddy Paul that was with me or with us last night, he was like, dude, I saw you kept going like this. I'm like,
yeah. But it is hard because I was doing it too behind you. I was like holding mine to get like pictures of certain videos.
I think I need to set my camera on the scale. I guarantee you that thing's about 8 pounds. I would say it's pretty heavy. It's pretty heavy. The battery itself is like this big.
Yeah. Well, because we'd have to reach. Well, for me, I was behind you, and I would have to reach up above you and above the kid that was on the dad's shoulders too. So I was just trying to. And then I felt bad for the people behind me because I probably was in their view too, but I couldn't see because of the kid on the shoulder.
Yeah. Hayden, which camera do I use? Actually, I want to show you. Can you grab my? Do you mind grabbing the Sony?
Yeah. Where is it?
It's back there.
Oh, okay.
I will show you guys. I hate when you can't see anything at a parade or event. Yeah, I hate that too. Now the fireworks show is not bad because you can see everything, you know, from there. You know, pretty much. But so I use 2 cameras. First of all, I haven't used this one in a while. This always stays at my desk because I might need it for like a clip real quick. Hey Bella, watch that cord, baby. Okay. This is the ZV-1. Oh, did you see Ray? Did you see Ray go by? This is the ZV-1. This is what I use for like food stuff, food reviews. I did not bring this with me last night. I think it's dead. Yeah, it's dead. Yeah. Yeah, so I use that, and you can see like the battery size on this one's not too bad. But the life is not too great. So like anytime you see us do food and it focuses real well, it's this ZV-1. I think you can get it on Amazon for like $700-800, something like that. And then this is my main camera that I use here. This is the Sony A6600, and this on top is my microphone for it. Now it does have an built-in microphone, but the difference is if you unplug it, it doesn't sound that good. So like Angie speaks real softly, so I need this up here to pick her up, and this microphone back here picks me up. So it does pretty good, and it has it goes from an 18 to 135 zoom is what the actual lens is on it, and it's a f3 stop lens. So yeah, I mean, this is what I use, the Sony A6600. I love it. It's great. It looks really good. So, but it's really heavy. See what I'm saying? Like it's really heavy to sling around. So, but yeah. So, all right, let's look at our polls so far. Looks like the weekend is winning. We have 6 votes so far. So we're gonna keep that up. We're not gonna end the poll to the end of the stream tonight. I don't know how long we're gonna go. We're gonna go for a while with you guys. We're gonna talk to you guys for a while. But they did give us a couple of things here last night. Here was our wristband from last night. It was pretty cool. You said you ripped yours off, right?
I cut it.
Yeah. I had to have mine on the last thing because I had my magic band. Actually, I'm wearing it right now. My magic band on, and it was behind that. So it was like, she was like barely getting it. I was like, I'm so sorry. Like, that's the bigger part of my wrist. But
you had your Apple Watch on.
Yeah, my Apple Watch too, yeah. And then this is the poster they gave us last night as we were leaving. Now, we are going to do a giveaway for this one. pretty soon. I'll probably announce it either tonight or Monday. We're going to do a giveaway for this. We got 2 of them. But yeah, so let us know down in the comments if you'd like to win this, because we're going to be giving it away. We're going to start doing more giveaways. Once we reach 1,500, we're going to do another 1,500 subscribers. We're going to do a bigger giveaway. And I think that'll be fun. But anyway, so let's talk about Halloween Horror Nights. Let's move into all that. Because we've been hearing some rumors about some stuff that is going to be pretty creepy this year. And I think we're going to start with talking about Bug House. Because you guys know, if you watch our vlogs, you've been watching our live streams, you know Bug House is like the one that I'm scared of the most. Go ahead and hit that like button, by the way, guys, if you can. Hit that like button. If you're new here, please consider subscribing, because we do these live streams. Usually we do them from the park, but it's rainy out there today. And so we're just going to do it from here tonight. But yeah, make sure you consider subscribing. That would be awesome. But anyway, Bug House is the one that I've been most afraid of since it was on the speculation map. And who won the popcorn bucket? No one yet. We're not. The winner for that will be at 2,000 subscribers. So we're still trying to get there. So we are 600. Ray. Stop. That's the thing about having Siberian Huskies. They like to randomly just jump on the couch and start scratching for some reason. Yeah, no one's won the popcorn bucket yet. We're going to do that at 2,000 subscribers. We are like 630 away from that. So we have some time. I'm hoping we can hit it before HHN. That would be awesome. But anyway, yeah, Bug House has been the most anticipated one, or what most, not anticipated for me, but the one I've been the most scared of. And come to find out, through the grapevine for some people at Universal, they were saying that it is really bad and really scary. Like, to the point to where they're saying that guests are going to be completely freaked out.
Well, on their website, or they put it out, I don't know where I saw it, but Universal themselves kind of like explained the Bug House. And they pretty much said that they were going to be sending bugs on you or something.
Yeah, it was one of the creators of... Yeah, one of the creators.
I can't remember exactly how it was worded, but I was like, oh, great.
And we've all been, Angie and I have been talking about, well, if it's bad, I told her, I was like, she may not be able to do it. I can get through it. I know it's going to be a simulation. I know it's not going to be real. But I got a message from somebody today that told me that they're hearing that there will be a spider simulation in it. And y'all know I don't like spiders. So like my theory behind this is that what they're gonna do is they're gonna have some kind of like air cannons or something that make it feel like bzz, 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 is hitting you or something.
Maybe they would have speakers different places.
Yeah.
So you could hear like maybe buzzing or something like right in your ear.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure that that's probably what it's gonna, it's probably gonna be like that.
Yeah.
Because that's the only thing that I could think of that would be as freaky, if that makes sense. You know what I mean? Like, that's the only thing that I can think of that would be, like, scare the bejeebles out of you. And now, someone said that they could do, like, simulation of, like, how the mummy has, things. Like, it looks like the roaches or whatever is crawling, or cockroach. What is it in mummy? Is it roaches?
The
mummy?
Roaches.
I don't know. It's some kind of a scary bug. But someone was saying that they could do that, too. But I think... From what I saw the facade the other day, and the facade was like it looked like a exterminator, kind of like ad looking thing. You guys can look that up on Twitter, and it might be on Instagram too. But that's what some people were saying that they think it's going to be. I don't know. I really don't. Beetles.
That's right.
Beetles.
That's
yeah,
right.
that's what it is.
It's been too long.
Yeah, I know, right? And okay, so the thing is today is I mean, I'm not giving any breaking news here, but well, no, we'll get into that later. Well, I'm sorry, I get sidetracked really easy when I start seeing these things. I get excited. But yeah, so and then I saw one of the Universal Creative Team members that I'm friends with. He sent me a thing that was pretty much telling me that it's going to be really intense. That people are going to walk out. Like, the people won't be able to finish the house.
But they would have to, right? Because it seemed like last time they didn't have a way for you to just get out of line once you enter the house.
Paul McCartney's Beatles. I'd be okay with that. Yeah. I wouldn't get scared of that. I'd be all right. Well, no, because they have team members placed throughout the house. So if you were to get freaked out and you were to be like, I can't do it. Yeah, I'm assuming. There has to be, because what if somebody passed out or, God forbid someone do that. But
being kind of freaked out when we were in the Hill House last year.
Yeah,
and
I know.
I was kind of like backing away because the scare actors.
I had to push her last year, like not physically.
Well, and the team members kind of encourage you to like keep moving and keep. Yeah. So that the line goes.
Yeah. Yeah. It was one of those things where it was like, turn that music down just a little bit. Yeah, it was one of those things where like. I was like, you're going to have to keep going, babe. You're going to have to keep going. And she's like, no. But
that's the only house that I was really scared.
Yeah, you were fine after that.
Yeah,
you were fine after that.
The other ones weren't really scary.
But I will say, though, that, I mean, if it's that bad, then I don't know. Like, I don't know how I'm going to do. So we, I don't want to give spoilers for our video or anything, but I have, like, kind of an idea and a path kind of mapped out of where we're going to go and how we're going to do everything. We are going to do Stay and Scream. So which Stay and Scream we're going to do, you'll have to wait and see. But we have a path, and I know Bug House is within like our first 3 or 4 houses that we're going to do. It's going to be towards the beginning. So I told her, I was like, if you get too much anxiety about it, just let me go through and I'll see how bad it is and you can go through it.
I mean, I'm not that big of a baby about it. I'll just force myself to do it. Yeah,
if it's that bad, go to Disney. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I don't know how people like really feel about it. Like, we have friends that are coming and my friend's wife is like, I am not going. I will go to Islands of Adventure while y'all are doing HHN. I totally get it. I mean, I totally get it, but I mean, there's a lot of haunted houses that, that we have to go through and talk about, but I wanted to talk about Bug House because that's the one that it's called Bugs Eaten Alive. That's what it is. It's not Bug House. Bugs Eaten Alive. So it does kind of say, it says while touring, I know we talked about it in the video, but it says, while touring a 1950s home of the future, you'll be surrounded by the slime of bugs everywhere as hordes of many-legged terrors descend upon you and your Scream squad. You'll be dropping like
it's
flies.
Just like, simulation or something.
Yeah. Lisa, we will be there on Sunday opening weekend. That's awesome. Yeah, I'm glad you're getting to go opening weekend because I think that's... We were going to go several times, of course, but I'm glad you're going to go opening weekend. We're going to be going Friday and Saturday opening weekend. We have to work on Sunday, but yeah, but it'll be intense, I think it's it looks like Bug House is starting to win in the which one are you looking more forward to? Now you can only do 4. I wish I could put all 10 of them up. Yeah, so Bug House is winning right now. Hopefully it keeps going. I would like to see Bug House win the thing tonight. But anyway, let's talk about some more of them here. One, I think, go ahead.
What about the weekend one? I'm not necessarily looking forward to that one. But what do you think it's gonna be in that house? Like, I don't even know how they'll really do that.
Well, everyone should do their homework on the Weeknd's music videos, like the after hours stuff that he has, because that's what it's after, is the after hours videos. So like the Blinding Lights video, I think Save Your Tears too is in that. So there's 10 houses. Has there always been that many? Yes, for a long time. Well, I don't know how long, but for a while it's been 10 houses. Yeah. But yeah, the Weeknd. I don't want to give any spoilers about where we're putting that on our list, like where we're gonna do it. But the Weeknd one is probably my most anticipated one. And because I want to know what they're gonna do. Like if you watch his music videos and stuff, to me they're not that scary. They're not that freaky. It's more just kind of random weirdness, you know? Like it almost feels like just, don't hate me for this, but it almost feels like just being weird just to be weird kind of thing. Like kind of feel, you know what I mean? Like how sometimes you watch a horror movie and you're like, well, that was unnecessarily gruesome for no reason, you know, like there wasn't even the need for it. But, you know, he has his vision of what he wants it to be, and I'm sure they've worked really closely with him on that. But the Weeknd, I am looking forward to that. I think it'll be cool. I think it'll be a lot of fun. Now, like, you know, of course you've seen the trailer and stuff like that, and what he's, you know, like the girl that's in the bathroom and they appear to her, you know, whatever. And it's like there's the one music video where, well, there's two of them. His head gets cut off and it gets thrown, and these other girls find him and put his head back on. And that, I forget the name of the song that video's for. Those girls will be in it because they're in the trailer too. Thaddeus, I heard Death Eaters are coming to Hollywood. Do you all think a chance that it may Orlando may get that as well? I'm hoping so. No announcement yet. No, there was a period last year where the Death Eaters were at Islands of Adventure last year. Remember? For a little while. We went over there and we only got to see it once. And it was like, I'm pretty sure it was during the Halloween Horror Nights season last year. But yeah, so I think I hope so, Thaddeus. I hope so. I want to see that happen. Cool. Yeah, I mean there was a lot of rumors and talk this year that it was going to be at both parks, but obviously that's not true. Will they bring that back? I think that they might bring that back later, like when Epic Universe opens, and that you have a third option to go somewhere. But right now, you know, people don't want to go to Halloween Horror Nights that are here for vacation. They really don't, you know.
Well,
so it kind
of people that have like young children, it gives them an option where maybe part of their party could go over to Islands where the others could go to HHM.
Yeah, and if I think they'll wait to open it back up to both parks until, how many years did they do that? I think it was like 1, maybe 2 years. Does anybody know how many years they did it at both parks? I think it was like 1 or 2. The Weeknd was only scary at the halftime show at the Super Bowl wearing that white mask. Yeah, and I'm assuming there's going to be a guy in there doing that.
Did you see that?
No, I think we skipped the Super Bowl that year.
I can't remember.
We don't have cable. We watch Netflix and whatever. That's our cable. And we stay entertained, you know, through that. But
we have a lot of different subscriptions, so it makes up for...
We have all of them, actually.
I think so.
We need to get rid of a couple of them. We don't, you know, we don't really do it. But yeah, the Weeknd one, now I had a theory that I thought maybe he could show up, Abel could show up at our HHN, but that's not going to happen because I just checked his tour dates, and opening night he's going to be in LA doing a show. So it's possible he could show up at that one, like super late.
Are they having the Weeknd there?
I don't know. Oh yeah, they're having a weekend at Hollywood, but I don't know if it's opening the same night or not. Yeah, I don't know. That would be kind of cool. It would definitely get a lot of press. I think it would be a good press move for him to at least show up once.
That would be
in it.
Yeah.
Kind of like how Johnny Depp was in Pirates that one time, and he was just randomly in the ride. That would be kind of cool. I would like to see that. And if he does come to Orlando, hopefully it's like a day that we go. It's not like on a random Wednesday or Thursday night that he's there. That would be cool.
I'm also curious on the Blumhouse one.
Yeah. Let's talk about Blumhouse next. So Blumhouse is going to be Black Phone and Freaky. We've seen both movies. We've seen Freaky once. And we've seen Black Phone twice. Hey Mandy, how's it going? Hope you're having a good night. So we've seen Black Phone twice. I still think Black Phone is really good.
I do too. And the second time watching it, it was really good. They just really put a lot of detail into that.
It's simple, but it's complicated at the same time. If that makes sense.
But it's weird because it's not like when we watched it even the first time, it wasn't like I was like necessarily scared.
Yeah.
But like I feel like it's supposed to make you feel like if this was a real situation and you were in that situation, of course you would be scared.
Yeah. Okay, so I'm still kind of confused of what they're going to do with that. Let me read the official press release that Universal said. Twice the scream, twice the terror. Get ready for a blood-curdling new double feature of Blumhouse horror as your Scream squad faces a ruthless serial killer and Freaky and an evil kidnapper and a relentlessly terrifying Black Phone. That still doesn't give me like a lot of details of what I think they're going to do. Because it says it's a double feature. So does that mean that we're going to see like if you go through the house one time, it might be Freaky, and you go through the next time, it's Black Phone?
I think that would be too much work on their part to do that.
But it's no different than...
Or like first half of the house be like Freaky and second half be
That's
Black
what
Phone,
I'm thinking.
Or a mixture. I don't know. I'm curious to see how that's going to go.
Yeah, and...
Bye, Lisa. Thanks for watching.
Bye, Lisa. Thank you so much for watching. We appreciate you. But yeah, I think... I don't know. I don't know what it's going to be. I think you're probably right. I think that they're probably going to do like half Freaky, half Black Phone. But they have in the past, they have done like what they did the Icons house last year. Each time you would go through, it would be a different icon that would be the one that was featured or at the end. That was the Lord of the Icons at the end. Is that I think it would be a 2 house in 1. Yeah, probably so.
That's what I was thinking.
I had the speculation map pulled up here. Hang on one second. Let me look here. I had the speculation map all mapped out because I'm getting excited about what it's going to be. It's going to be really cool though. Once we know everything. Where is the full speculation map? I had it. I probably threw it away because I have the one that I'm getting ready for our video. But yeah, I think the Black Phone one's going in where Fast and Furious Q is. So I think the area is probably big enough to do 2.
I'm just curious, like watching, because we just watched Black Phone just the other day for the second time. And
yeah.
I'm just curious how they're going to do that. Like, he's going to just like jump out at us, or are they going to have like a scene that you're going to walk past and see?
Well, without giving spoilers, remember half of the jump scares in that movie were from...
They got... Oh, can I say something?
Yeah, go ahead.
No, I mean...
Oh, is it spoiler related?
Kinda, but not really, if you've maybe seen the trailer. There's an item that's in the movie that I want to mention.
The phone?
No. something that happens when the van is involved.
Oh no, you can say that, yeah.
Okay. They have to include those black balloons.
Yes, I think they will. I think that'll be part of it. I think they will be part of it. I actually hope that, I hope that they have a couple of different scenes where he's just with his face painted white and the top hat. To me, that's more freaky than the devil mask that he wears. Did y'all hear that they were making the Five Nights at Freddy movie? Yes, I did hear that. I heard it that it wasn't official yet, but they kind of said it was official because they started doing maquettes and stuff like that, so to get ready for it. So I'm pretty sure they didn't officially say it. I don't think, at least Jason Blum didn't. But Thaddeus, could it be like the Saw House where they recreated scenes? Maybe.
That's what I'm thinking.
But if you haven't seen Black Phone, I don't want to give away what I think part of it might be.
But I think it would be kind of cool to have like you're walking through a scene, kind of like, was it Texas Chainsaw, where you kind of walk through like scene type stuff a little bit.
Yeah, now the freaky part of it, I think, will be like that.
But I feel like also they gotta have the main guy in Black Phone like jump out at you or something.
They will, but think about it in the movie. Like, just without spoilers.
Yeah.
There was never a scene really where there was jump scares from him.
No, because he was kind of like nonchalant about his actions. Like if you just met him, awesome. Yeah, if you just met him like on the street, you wouldn't necessarily think he's like a serial killer or something.
Yeah.
You know, because just the way that he did it, he was very good at what he did.
Yeah. Yeah, Ethan Hawke is so good. I keep talking. Angie's like, "Who's Ethan Hawke?" I was like, he's the dude from White Fang. He's the guy from the first Purge movie. But I love Ethan Hawke. He's so good. And in Moon Knight, he was good too. But yeah, so man, I don't want to say without giving a spoiler. I'm a big spoiler person. Like if a spoiler in a movie happens, I kind of get where I don't want to see it if I know beforehand. I know it's ridiculous, but okay. I will say
being respectful also to other people,
right?
So if they want to have a spoiler-free time watching a movie or something.
Yeah, no nope houses.
I know. I was hoping for that too.
It's okay. Because if you haven't seen Nope, it would. Because Nope is different. Nope isn't. Except for that one scene in the barn. That was pretty freaky. But anyway, okay, so I will say this about the Blumhouse one. Hey, Andrea, how is it going? I will say this about the Blumhouse, or about the Black Phone one. There are several scenes in the movie where the kid is talking on the Black Phone. I don't want to give it away. I mean, the premise of it, if you guys don't know, the premise of it is this serial killer keeps capturing kids. I mean, that's in the trailer.
Yeah, right.
And the Black Phone is it does say this in the trailer. I forgot, yeah. It does say in the trailer that the Black Phone, that it's voices of the people that he's killed. It does say that. I forgot about that. I'm sorry if that's a spoiler, and the kid keeps talking into the phone. I won't say what they're telling him, but
it's good.
But when it shows them, okay, the Black Phone is related to jump scares. That's all I will say without giving any spoilers at all, because I don't want to ruin it, for you guys. I don't want to,
Isn't it on Peacock right now?
It's on Peacock. If you have Peacock, it's actually, you can do a free account on Peacock, and I believe you can still watch it. Now, you might have commercials and crap like that, but unless you live out in an area that doesn't have good internet, you should be able to, be able to get it pretty easily, watch it. I would suggest watching it in Freaky before you go if you haven't seen it. But I am looking forward to it. It's not, after watching Black Phone the first time, I was like, okay, this is my most anticipated house. But it's not like my most anticipated one now, if that makes sense. Like, I'm looking forward to it. Yeah, I don't think it'll scare me at all. I want to be scared. That's my thing. I want somebody to scare the crap out of me.
It's like you want it to be scary, though. That's the whole point of HHN.
Yeah. So I think, I don't think it's going to scare me that much. I think it'll be okay. But the freaky part of it, I actually think the freaky part of the house may be scarier.
Yeah. Because when I watched the movie, I actually kind of didn't care for it that much because it was just very brutal.
And also, ain't nothing crazier than a serial killer chick chasing after you. So, okay, so I'm going to talk about our least anticipated house. And I'm sorry, like I said, I don't have my stuff set up tonight, so I can throw up graphics. We'll do that next time. But next weekend, on Friday night, we are planning on doing a live stream from the actual park. And we're going to walk around and do a full, because it'll be 1 week. Next Friday will be 1 week till HHN. So we're planning on doing a whole walkthrough of the park. If the weekend has a house, I wish they'd do a Cradle of Filth one. Yeah, that would be cool. I don't know if I don't know exactly what they're gonna do. We were talking about that just a little bit ago. I don't know. I mean, like, it's all the after hours stuff. I'm not that familiar with his stuff. I know Blinding Lights and Save Your Tears. Like, that's my favorite songs it has. And those are probably like the most popular ones that he has. Well, among the most popular that he has, But anyway, let's talk about the one that I'm the least excited about. We're gonna get into the hell zones. I just saw hell zone pop up here, and that's why I thought that. I would say the one I'm least excited about is Descendants of Destruction. Now, this one is like, you're kind of, from what I understand, it says, careful not to leave any of your Scream Squad behind as you descend the subway tunnels of deserted New York. Lurking in the dark are hungry mutants looking to feast on the remnants of humanity. Yeah. Take it or leave it. I think on several people's lists, this is like the least anticipated one, if that makes sense.
But I feel like it's kind of good to have one that's maybe not as scary or something, so that way you go through a scary one and then you kind of have relief a little bit.
Yeah, but last year though, Case Files was my least anticipated one, and it was one of my favorites from last year. It was a bit weird. I couldn't.
But I think it was supposed to be weird.
Well, yeah, it was definitely supposed to be weird, but I couldn't really. Like all the other houses that we went through, I can replay those in my mind. But that one, there's only like a couple of scenes that I could replay in my mind. But yeah, the Descendants of, what is it again? Descendants of Destruction is my least favorite that I'm not looking forward to. So let's check in on our poll right now. Right now, Bug House with 16 votes. You guys are awesome. Thank you. Bug House is at 44%. The most anticipated house from you guys so far. Now, I don't know if that's because I was talking it up earlier, but weekend is a good one. Yeah, we hope it'll be. We'll see. No one knows so far, but anyway, Descendants of Destruction. It's just whatever.
It'll still be fun, I'm sure.
Yeah. Now, another one is the Fiesta Chupacabra. I'm really looking forward to that one. I think it'll be freaky. If you guys don't know what a Chupacabra is, it's like a scary dog-looking thing, pretty much. And those are ones that, it's like you're in a Latin village, it's supposed to be. and he's it says he's colorfully celebrated at this colorful fiesta. And the streets are aligned with crimson blood of tourists like you and your amigos. So I think they could make that really cool. You know, they could show like the.
I wish they had an example of what it's going to
Yeah,
be like.
I know, not just the Fiesta Chupacabras there. So you know, I think it'll be pretty cool. My friend Paul, this is one of his most anticipated ones. But he likes stuff like that, and I do too. But it's on like my back half of the 10. Like it would be like 5 through 10, you know, in that list if I were gonna list them. But you know, and then I think there's another one, Hell Block Horror. As these monsters escape from prison, there's no escaping you. Enter a prison whose savage inmates are monstrous creatures. If they break free from their cells, it's a death sentence for everyone. So this sounds pretty cool. Like,
do you think it'll be kind of like on Walking Dead, that scene from the prison? Do you think it'll be kind of like that?
Could be. That'd be kind of cool. I think what would be kind of neat is if they did like classic monsters in there, which I know they're not going to because they have a house for that. But I think it would be kind of cool if they did that, because it's supposed to be random monsters. So I was saying like stuff that is a Demogorgon, but stuff that looks like a Demogorgon would be kind of cool.
Yeah.
And for some reason,
the Warren's Paranormal Cases. Yeah.
Oh man,
that would be. We've talked about that.
Yeah, I want a Conjuring house bad.
Oh my gosh.
No, I think Hollywood had one a few years ago.
It could be really freaky.
Well, yeah, Universal Hollywood didn't have one, but I think it was. Oh man, who did it? It was someone out in Hollywood, and they had a whole scene where they walked you through. Like this house, and you got into this room. It looked like the Warrens' room in The Conjuring 2, and it was the painting of the demon nun, and like it actually came out of the paint. It was really cool how they did that.
That is from Conjuring 2, right?
Conjuring 2, yeah.
Yeah, that's my favorite one of the Conjuring.
Yeah, me too. I know that's controversial to a lot of Conjuring fans,
I will literally watch that movie 24/7 if I could. I love it.
So, yeah. You know what would be kind of interesting is a Scary Stories house. That would be kind of interesting.
We just watched that the other day.
Yeah, we just watched it the other day.
I really like that one.
Yeah.
Especially if the part when she's in the... Can I say?
Yeah,
it's older.
It's old enough now.
Yeah. When she's in that basement and she appears right to her. Oh my gosh, that could be creepy.
Yeah. When we went and watched that in theaters, remember that part where she screams at the end? It was like the most... Whoever was running the sound at the theater that day must have cranked up the sound at that point. I was like, oh my gosh, that was the most gut-wrenching, ear-piercing scream I've ever heard in my life. Yeah. But yeah, I think... we were talking about Hellblock is what we were talking about. Sorry, we got
sidetracked.
You mentioned The Conjuring to me. I can sit here and talk to you about for 3 hours. I didn't care for the third one, by the way. But Nightmare on Elm Street, yes.
I love those movies.
Yes, so, absolutely.
Oh my gosh.
Absolutely.
Especially the Dream one. That's my favorite of those. I really like that one.
Yeah, I would love that. I think that would be cool. But Hellblock, I think, is going to be... it's towards the bottom of my list, too. I think it'll be okay. I think it'll be more along the lines of the Case Files one. Like, it's good, but it's not that great. You know what I mean?
But if they do it kind of like Walking Dead, I feel like it might be good.
Yeah. See. Yeah, we'll see. Okay, so one thing though that I want to be surprised. Paul and I were talking last night.
Yeah.
That I think that it's going to be one of the most memorable years because of it's a lot of original IPs this year.
Yeah. And maybe that's a good thing. I don't know.
Yeah, I think so. I mean, I think it'll be fun. I think. I mean, there's so many that I'm really looking forward to. And I didn't think I would, because when I saw the first speculation map, I was like, I don't know about all these, you know?
But we were also holding out for Stranger Things.
Stranger Things, yes. Yes,
and
we will talk about
that,
yeah.
I wanted that so bad.
I know. In fact, no, would have been so
like
awesome.
Like if you went in the Upside Down, or that would have been really
Now, they had Stranger Things a few years ago.
Did they?
Excuse me, I'm so sorry. Oh, is that tiredness hitting me?
You didn't get much sleep.
I didn't get much sleep. And my wife doesn't let me sleep. I'm just kidding. It was all my fault. But yeah, Hell Block, whatever. Now, one of the ones I'm looking forward to a lot is actually Spirits of the Coven. I'm really looking forward to that one. That one,
what does that one say?
This one says, they're bewitchingly terrifying. Coven of beautiful flapper witches will lure you into their 1920s speakeasy, reveal their haggish true form, and turn your squad into
Scream
a witch's
squad.
brew.
Scream squad.
They'll be cackling and you'll be screaming. So what I think this one will be kind of is like, it'll like probably be at the beginning of the house, like attractive girls throughout, you know what I'm saying? Like they're gonna be dressed up like nice and pretty, because that's what it says, that they'll lure you in, you know, they're basically attractive, and then they show you like how evil they are. So I think that's probably what they'll do. They'll probably have like girls that are dressed up real nice, like, and it's supposed to be like a speakeasy kind of thing, which is cool. I like that. And I think, you know, what they'll do is they'll have that happen, and then as you go through the house, they start turning, and like something demonic and evil. That would be pretty cool. I live in Kentucky. I'll be sure to tune in for Scare Zone vlogs. Yeah, dude. Yeah, those are going to be awesome. I cannot wait for those. We are going to be live streaming from Halloween Horror Nights. Not the first night, maybe the second night. We don't know yet. Well, probably not the second night either, because we have a friend that's coming in, and he's specifically coming down for this, so we want to get in the houses as much as we can. But yeah, Spirits of the Coven, though, I think it's going to be really cool. I think it'll be awesome. I think I didn't, you know, I read that when I was making the video. I was trying to make our video like super fast, you know, that night and the day that it came out. So I feel like I didn't get to really like think about, you know what I'm saying? Like think about what it's gonna look like, you know. But I think
we had a terrible experience last year, though.
Yeah, our experience was pretty bad last year. We had just moved to Orlando, and
we were new. It was our first time at HHN. We didn't know what to expect, and then it rained out, and we've never been in like a rain out like that in Florida yet.
Yeah.
Not where you were like out in it, stuck in it, and we didn't know how to prepare or anything. Now, pretty much every time we go, every time we go to the park now, like I put our ponchos in my bag.
Yeah, we had them last night. We thought we were gonna have to use them.
I did use them for a little.
Oh yeah, you did, didn't you? Yeah. But I think Spirits of the Coven's gonna be really cool. I think I like the witch kind of theme anyway, and that's heavy this year. You know, there's one that's gonna be a scare zone called what's it gonna be called? Conjure the Dark. Yeah, Conjure the Dark. Hey Bella, say hello to everyone. This is our third dog. Hey Bella, what are you doing, baby? Huh? Aw. But yeah, so I don't know. I'm looking forward to it. I think it could be really cool. I hope it is. You know, I hope it's pretty awesome, to be honest with you. We'll just have to see, won't we, Bella? Won't we, baby? Won't we? Aw.
No.
So let's move on, because we have, you know, several more to talk about.
You want to get down?
Okay, and then here's another one I'm looking forward to. Like, at first I was really looking forward to it. Is Dead Man's Pier, Winter's Wake. And this says, you're dead in the water in a New England fishing village. Undead fishermen emerge from the waves to seek their revenge. You and your Scream Squad may have escaped their hooks in the scare zone. Now they'll reel you in and drag you under. So someone was telling me that this was actually kind of a scare zone a few years ago. So I'm expecting it to be very similar to that, obviously. I thought it said it. Yeah, it does say it. You may have escaped their hooks in the scare zone, yeah. So now they're back. They're back to get you. But this is an actual house. And if you're dumb enough to go in the house, I'm just kidding. But I think it'll be cool. Some of these I'm really looking forward to. Some of them I'm just like, yeah, it'll be cool. And I think that's how I am right now. And that when it first got announced, I was like, this will be really cool. But I don't think it'll be. That sort of reminds me of John Carpenter's The Fog a little. Yeah, I think so. Yeah, it might be that, and it kind of. Thank you, Andrea. We appreciate that. She's old, but we love her. But I think it could be. That's a good point. I didn't really think about that. Yeah. Be cool. It could be cool. I did kind of compare it to like there's Sir Henry's Haunted Trail, which we're looking forward to going to that this year. It'll be our first time going to that. But they did one last year. It was either last year or during their little Valentine's haunt that they did. That it was fisherman kind of vibe. And I thought that would be kind of cool if they did that. It'd be pretty neat.
Would it be kind of like the Scream? Like with the fisherman like that?
That's the vibe I got. Like when we watched, not Scream, it was...
But Scream has like...
I think you're thinking of... So we just watched it. I Know What You Did Last Summer.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that kind of thing. Yeah, that's what I kept thinking about, was I Know What You Did Last Summer kind of vibe.
Didn't she... No, that's... Yeah, I did get them confused.
Yeah. Well, because they came out... We were talking about this the other day. They came out around the same time. Scream came out in, like, 96. And I Know What You Did Last Summer came out in 97.
Yeah, we just recently...
I may make a lot of you guys mad, but I Know What You Did Last Summer is so cheesy.
Well, I think also back... kind of like when you watch an old horror film.
Yeah.
It's like now that we have so much technology and stuff,
Mm-hmm.
You go back and you watch those, and it's like, are you serious? Did this actually scare someone?
Yeah.
But back then, it probably did.
Well,
I remember I watched
yeah.
it back then, and I was scared then.
Excuse me.
But I feel like I wasn't scared this time. But
yeah, I mean, it was, you know, it doesn't scare me at all. But I do. That's what I keep thinking about when I think about the Fisherman Winter's Wake. That's what I keep thinking about. You never saw what you did last summer? Yeah.
You didn't until just recently, right?
I had seen parts of it. I'd never seen the full version of it until... and I have to say, like, oh, gosh, this just pains me. But, what's her name? Jennifer Love Hewitt.
I like her. But
You might... that's fine.
But she was in
seems
a lot
really
of things.
nice.
No, she was in a lot of things back in that time, like when those came out. And I liked her a lot then, but...
The acting does not hold up to today's standard. I guess is what I'm trying to say. Yeah, I keep getting that vibe. Because after it was announced, or I knew it was happening for the speculation map. And then they talked about that, and I was just like, oh, I don't know about that, you know. But I hope it's better than that. I hope it's better than the Fisherman, you know, one. I just don't even know, like, I don't know. It kind of concerns me a little bit, to be honest with you. I mean, I know it'll be better, but it still concerns me. Like, if this were in the 90s, though, I think they would have done I Know What You Did Last Summer. house. They would have done it back then, I think. If they were doing the IPs back then like they do now, I think they would have done it. There's a lot of things I think they would do. I honestly would like to see a Chucky house.
That would be scary.
It would be scary. Look, aren't you glad we didn't go to the park? Because listen to that thunder right now.
No, I like it when it's
raining.
raining.
I hate going to the park when it rains.
Because everyone leaves.
Well, yeah, that's true.
You have walk-ons on rides.
That's true. Chassie, I know what you did last summer was one of my background noise movies. That's awesome.
That is.
Yeah, no disrespect meant to that, but I don't know. I am a film jerk, I guess you could say. I will watch stuff with Angie all the time and be like,
He ruins things for me because I like to live in this like fantasy of like just watching it, not knowing like anything, and like going in, watching the movie and just enjoying it for what it was. And then he'll like pick things apart and he'll be like, their acting was terrible. Or he'll be like, oh, that background scene in this part of the movie, it was actually just a painting that they made it look like they were actually in the city. And I'm like, I don't want to know that. I just want to pretend like it was really in the city or whatever.
I totally ruined Wizard of Oz for you.
Yes, I was so mad. That's one of my favorite movies.
Oh my gosh, that
and now
was
I
funny.
can't unsee it.
And then you told me not too long ago, you were like, yeah, I can really tell that's a painting. Like,
I know.
it looks cheesy. And I'm like,
now,
yeah.
But it's like, I just don't like want to, I just like to watch it for what it is. I don't want to know.
I really can't help it. Like, it's really bad. And so, like, you guys know, like, what a huge Lord of the Rings fan I am. I've mentioned it so many times. You guys are probably sick of me mentioning it. And our outro is from Lord of the Rings. Like, it's taken from that. But I will say, like, ever since I was a kid, I have loved movies. Like, whatever. And when Lord of the Rings came out and Peter Jackson put out the extended editions of the Lord of the Rings, we were just talking about this, I have 3 different versions of the Lord of the Rings in our closet over there. I have the extended ones, the regular ones, and then digital. So that's 3 different versions. But when he put those movies out, he did the extended editions, and then he did what's called the appendices, which are like a bunch of behind the scenes stuff. So I learned a lot of how movies get made from that. And
it's cool too, especially if it's something you really love.
Yeah, and ever since that though, it has kind of ruined me as far as being like, I know how they did that. I did that. So I take it you like Lord of the Rings then, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
He has 2 of the swords.
We should show them that sometime.
I know.
Yeah.
And you have different figurines. And
yeah, I have Sting,
he
which
has
is
a tattoo.
Yeah, I have Sting.
Yes, he has read the books.
Yes, many times. I'm actually about to. The Rings of Power comes out not this Friday, but next. Well, not this Thursday, but next Thursday, and we're gonna stay up and watch it. But yeah, I have swords. I have Frodo's sword. I have Aragorn's sword. I have Legolas's swords. We don't have them on display right now because we're like in a small apartment until we find something a little bit bigger. But
we want to one day when we buy a house have a room designated just to your Lord of the Rings stuff, so that way you can have it on display. Or because I'd like to see you get like a curio cabinet with some of your stuff in there. That would be really cool.
I do have like 3 posters. Well, I have like 6 posters. 5 posters. I'm missing the 2 Towers poster. I need the 2 Towers.
I have 2 of them right behind
my Return of the King poster is awesome. Remember, I got it once we got married. Remember, I found it online, and I was like, I didn't know that one existed. I have 2 Return of the King posters.
I think you have.
No, I got it when we got married.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I have 2 Return of the King posters. The one is the one Aragorn holding the sword, and the other one is, spoiler alert, when he gets crowned king.
You got it on eBay, didn't you? Actually.
Yeah, and it was like, it was original, like it wasn't a reprint. It was an original. Let me read this one. How about a Twilight Zone House using scary episode elements, having someone drops his rod Sterling, standing outside welcoming people like episode. Yeah, that would be cool. I don't think they could do it though because I think maybe Disney might have the theme park rights to that because of Tower of Terror.
Maybe. I don't know. I'm not sure. I know they have, it in Tower of Terror, but I don't know.
Yeah.
What that's involved with.
Submitted for your approval, Halloween Horror Nights invites you into a world of imagination. Yeah, that'd be awesome. Have you heard the rumor of the Lord of the Rings being at Epic Universe? Yes, I have.
That would be cool.
And I have some thoughts on that.
Even if they didn't have a ride, if they had like a land or something where you just walk through like a house and like, that would be cool. You have to admit.
My heart.
You should tell them about your ride idea.
Okay. I have a couple of cool ones. Let me start with this since we're talking about Halloween Horror Nights. Paul and I were talking about how cool would it be to have a ring wraith house for Halloween Horror Nights.
I'd be scared.
I mean, that would be creepy. Black hooded figures coming after you. That would be pretty creepy.
The ride in Universal, I always forget the name of it.
Forbidden Journey.
Yeah. How they have those things. What do they call it? I don't know anything.
Oh my gosh, I almost said Demogorgons.
I know.
Oh my gosh, don't tell me. Don't say in the comments either. Oh my gosh.
What are they called?
Why did you? Oh no, my gosh.
Anyway, they like come kind of up to you, and I'm like, that would be kind of cool if they could do something like that, but for a Lord of the Rings.
Oh no. Something. Oh no. Oh my gosh. What are they called?
I don't know.
I usually, not Death Eaters.
Something like that, right?
Dementors.
Yeah.
Dementors, that's it, yeah. And I thought about that, Chastity, before you said that. I promise. Thaddeus, I did see your comment. It looks like you redacted it. Said CBS owns the rights. Yes, they own the rights to TV and film, but theme park rights are different from that.
Because that's
as
why
in Universal owns the certain rights to do Marvel
and Harry Potter. Right?
And Harry Potter because
they don't actually own it, but they own they allow them to have it as a theme park or something.
Here's a weird thing. You really think about it, Universal, while they have pretty big properties like Jaws, Back to the Future, Jurassic Park, and Jurassic World, and they have a lot of properties, but their theme parks, they have stuff in there that is not theirs. Harry Potter, Transformers. Oh, I forgot Minions is owned by Universal. I meant to add that in my Universal. Transformers, Simpsons. Now, they may own Cat in the Hat. They may own all the Seuss. Yeah, they do own the Seuss stuff. Yeah, because Grinch pops up the Universal sign whenever.
Yeah, that's right. That's right.
Yeah.
It's my favorite movie.
But
I should know that.
yeah. But yeah, I think going back to the Epic Universe Lord of the Rings thing, I'm kind of like, I'm excited, but I'm not excited. I'm 50-50 on it. And the reason why I'm 50-50 is like if they do it like Wizarding World has been done, then yeah, I'll be all for it, There's things I want. Okay, so like I like Harry Potter. I'm not the biggest Harry Potter fan in the world. Not that I don't like it. I really do like it.
Yeah, I think we just don't know that much. Like you've been a fan of Lord of the Rings for so long that you know so much and you've read the books and I feel like we just don't know everything about it. Yeah,
and I think like if they did Lord of the Rings at Epic Universe, there's certain things I would want them to do. That's what I think scares me, is like, okay, they didn't do this. They should have done this. Kind of like, not being judgmental, kind of like Galaxy's Edge. Now, Galaxy's Edge is really cool. There's a lot of stuff in there that they did right, but there's a lot of stuff they didn't do right.
I feel like they could have done stuff better, though. Like, one of the things that I wish they had at Galaxy's Edge is they have these, like, little tiny shops where it's, like, just barely even an indent where you kind of walk and you're like, oh, okay, I don't care about any of this. I wish they would have, like, a big, like, almost like, maybe not as big, but like World of Disney, or like, you know, like at Magic Kingdom, they have the Emporium, which is a larger store. I wish they had something like that that was, like, all Star Wars stuff. That would be really
technically,
cool.
The marketplace is supposed to be,
but it doesn't have much
so
stuff.
Crowded. It's so crowded.
It's like there's not one store that you can just walk into and like look at a bunch of Star Wars stuff.
Yeah. Now what I would want them to do for Lord of the Rings though is I would want them to have a bar. Even though I don't drink, I want them to have a Green Dragon bar that you could go in and you could get alcoholic and non-alcoholic drinks.
Well, kind of like they do at the Olga's.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, just like that. Just like that. But a lot bigger than Oga's, because Oga's you have like a 45-minute window that you can go in, and then they kick you out, which sucks. I wonder what Universal will do if Disney wants to remove The Simpsons. Would you get back to we get back to the Future back? So Disney is taking back the rights, from what I understand. The rumor is 2027, which we're a few years away from that. I think what they should do is they should knock that building down if they're not going to do Back to the Future. The technology is outdated, though. I want them to do it Back to the Future. I do want Back to the Future back.
And just make it for today's
but
technology.
I think, that's what I'm saying. I think they would have to do an overhaul of the building itself.
Okay.
Either knock the building down or do some real gut work inside, because essentially, other than set dressing, Simpsons is exactly same ride as Back to the Future.
I never rode Back to the Future, but you told me many times that it's pretty much like Simpsons, but just imagine it being like. But I'm like, I don't really. I mean, I ride it. I don't mind riding Simpsons. Yeah. But I'm like, it's not really like.
Literally, though, what they could do is calibrate the ride to whatever the Back to the Future was, and project the Back to the Future theme on there if they wanted to.
But it seems like
I mean, it would be that easy of a change. They would just have to do set dressing. But if they were going to do something like that, I would want them to hurry up and do it before. I don't know. I think they should just bring it back.
When we hear from people, and not just like our people that follow us and stuff, but like I read on like the Universal pages and see what people are like talking about and stuff, and it seems like a lot of people that have been like invested in Universal for a long time that got to experience Back to the Future have said that they feel like Back to the Future was better than The Simpsons.
Oh yeah, absolutely. The story was better. I hate The Simpsons Land. I don't know why. It's just because it all traffic bottlenecks in that one area.
The Simpsons storyline confuses me.
Yeah, I forget what it is. I can't remember.
I mean, I just wrote it, and it's weird because I'm like, okay, are they at Homer's job? But then it like seems like they start out there, or I don't know where they're at. I'm so confused, and then it turns into like a roller coaster. I'm so confused at what's
I don't remember exactly.
Because you start off in like this control room, and it seemed the way that I took it anyway. It seems like you like start off at his job, and then somehow the baby gets radiation or something like that.
Yeah, something
like
that.
And she grow, and then they're like in water. Yeah. And then they go on to a roller coaster. I don't know. I'm just like, okay.
Yeah. Hey, Bert, what's going on, buddy? Welcome to the stream. We're just talking about haunted houses.
And theme parks.
And theme parks in general. And we're on a tangent here. We're talking about Lord of the Rings, and we were talking about Back to the Future coming back. And Simpsons. Now, here's something that I've said on the channel before, and I think that this should be done. I think that they should take Kid Zone, kaput it, get it out of here. Now, I know the kiddies need an area. You can have a kiddie area still. But I think that they should do like a retro
they don't
land.
use it much though.
No, I mean kids go back there, but and poor Donkey, he needs a place to stay, so we'll let him stay there for now. How do I feel about Bug House? Bert, we were talking about this earlier. I don't know how to feel about it, man. I'm gonna go through it. I'm gonna do it, but from what I've heard, that friends that I have that work at Universal, they have told me that they have heard that people will be asking to exit early out of the house. That's what I've heard. So I don't know how true that's going to be. I've heard some other things too. I don't want to give spoilers away, and I don't even know if it's true what I've heard. But yeah, I think it could be crazy. I think it could be really nuts, and hopefully I hope it's good. I want it to be. I do want it to be my favorite house this year. I secretly want it to be my favorite house. I don't know why.
But I feel like, I mean, I can be a chicken, but I'm not gonna try to be a chicken and like just make it through, and you know. That's what I think makes it fun, though, is like you're so scared that you like want to exit, but then you want to make it through to say you did it, and I don't know. I think that's what makes it fun.
I'm nervous. My friend that's coming with us, though, I could see him being like, "Get me out of here." I could see him being like, "I've got to get out of here," you know. Yeah, we're really looking forward to that. We were talking about the houses that we're looking forward to the most, and I think that still that one's my most anticipated one, and it's winning right now, 44% in the poll right now. So I don't know. We'll see. We will see what's gonna. I think it's interesting right now. Legends Collides at 6%. Not a lot of people looking forward to that one. That was the first house that was announced this year. Blumhouse at 11% and Weekend at 39% and Bug House at 44%. So it's pretty close between Weekend and Bug House right now on those four. Now I only did 4 options because that's all it'll allow you to do on here. Though I think those 4 are my most anticipated ones. All together. Now, there's one that we haven't talked about yet, and that's Halloween. You excited about that one, or?
Yeah, because they had it last year, so.
No, they didn't have it last year.
Did
They did in Hollywood last year.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I think that's where. And then they had. That's okay, Andrea. We understand. Welcome back. Last year was Texas Chainsaw. I think that's where you're getting it confused. Because that was the big like property like that, last year. But by the way, I don't know why I keep drinking this. I got the pumpkin spice latte. It's nasty. Like I love pumpkin spice. Don't get me wrong, but
they didn't sweeten it much.
No, I mean it's like drinking. You know what it's like? It's like drinking the flavored coffee K-cups that you get. That's pumpkin spice flavored. To
me, it tastes like bulletproof coffee. Like where bulletproof coffee, you don't really put sweetener much in it.
Yeah, it could be. It could be. I don't know. I'm always making bad choices when it comes to coffee.
Hey, I'm like the coffee expert, and we'll go to a coffee shop, and I'm expecting him to be like, ask my advice, like what to order, because I just know what to order. And he'll order stuff, and it'll be like something he doesn't even know what it is. And it'll have no sugar or something. Yeah. And I'm like, why didn't you ask me? And then he'll order, and then I'm like, oh, maybe he knows, and he just wants that. And I'm like, okay, so one of the things that he orders is a cappuccino. Well, if you have drank coffee for any length of time, at a coffee shop, cappuccinos don't have sugar in them unless you specifically tell them that you want sweetener in it. And so he's expecting it to be the cappuccino at like a gas station. And I'm like, no, that's not even really coffee. That's like fake cappuccino.
Oh, come on.
And so he ordered that. We went to this Friends themed coffee shop.
Yeah, you guys should check out that vlog, by the way.
Here in Orlando. And he orders this cappuccino, and I'm like, okay, I guess he knows or something. And then he gets it, and he's like, this is gross. And I'm like, yep.
I have no clue.
Because there's no sweetener in it.
I have no clue.
What I do is I pretty much just order the same thing that I do at Starbucks anywhere else, and I'm usually safe.
Okay, so I have to talk about this because I make really dumb decisions sometimes. Like, not to, like, I don't know. Sometimes I just don't know what I'm talking about, you know? And, but there's a lot of times I don't know what I'm talking about. But, when my very first time I ever went to Starbucks, I went on a date. This was years ago. And I was like, okay, she wants to meet at Starbucks. So gosh, that makes me sound really old. But back then, there wasn't like Google to be like, what's it, on my phone? What should I order at Starbucks? I had no clue what a frat was, even though they had them back then. And I walked up to the thing, and I said to the girl that was with me, I said, go ahead, order what you want. And all I heard her say was espresso. She said, blah, 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 espresso. And I'm like, okay. And then he was like, the guy at the counter was like, what do you want? And I said, I'll take an espresso.
Oh my gosh.
I had no clue. I mean, now I know. And they looked at me like, like they were
you didn't know
about
how to order coffee.
I had no clue. I had never been to Starbucks.
You should have just said, I'll have what she had.
I'll have what he's had or she's having.
Because you might have been pretty safe then, especially if she ordered some specialty drink.
Yeah. Well, the thing is like, my gosh, like that was one of those moments where I felt this small,
That's what I did when I very first went to Starbucks. So the very first time I went with like a ladies group, and I did not know what to order, and I listened to one of the ladies and what they ordered, and they just pretty much ordered like a caramel frappuccino, and I just ordered that because I figured I have to be safe.
Yeah.
Getting something like that, something simple, and it's good.
Yeah.
So.
My gosh, we're getting off on a tangent. I'm sorry. I just thought it was funny that how I thought, like going on this coffee, I always make the worst coffee decisions. Now, food decisions I make pretty good.
This place alone is making a bad decision on coffee.
Now, a friend of mine told me not too long ago, and maybe let me know in the chat, that they don't actually make the donuts at Dunkin', that they're brought in.
But I've seen before, I don't know.
That they're only made in like their main location.
But they hire a baker.
I thought so too.
Yeah, I saw it on, what's that job thing? Indeed or something?
Indeed, yeah. Because you were looking to be a baker.
No, I just ran across it one time when I was looking for a job. And it was like a baker, and you had to be there at like 4 a.m. or something like that. So they must do some stuff at least.
4 a.m.
Yeah.
You remember when we used to do that? We used to work until 6 a.m.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that was rough.
Did you get Bert's comment?
Oh yeah. Sorry, Bert. I can't wait for the weekend house. Yeah, man. I'm looking forward to that one too. I don't know exactly what they're gonna do in there, but I think it'll be cool. I want to move away from houses though. I want to talk about scare zones for a little bit because
I'm curious what they're gonna do.
Well, we know like
where do you think the chainsaw people will be?
Well, that's if there is chainsaw people.
Yeah, of course.
And a lot of people really want there to be chainsaw people this year in Simpsons. I had a friend who was a GM at Dunkin', and I can confirm all of that.
What can you confirm? Are there bakers, or do they have the stuff come in?
Do they come pre-made?
Yeah, I'm curious.
Because I know Krispy Kreme really does it.
Yeah. I've actually went in there and saw them
before,
so I know they make theirs homemade. Well, it says made fresh daily or something like that.
You guys should see our candy haul we got from Mickey's Not So Scary last night. we're gonna be sick. We don't eat that stuff much.
No, and last night I only had like, what do you think? Like maybe 3 pieces of candy. They're like the miniature pieces of candy. Yeah. And I was so sick to my stomach last night. I had to go to bed, and I felt like throwing up.
She left me here editing last night.
I haven't had sugar, like real sugar like that, in a long time. So I was so sick.
Yeah, we ate a lot of sugary stuff last night.
I don't know how to get that to go away.
Next time we do one of these home streams, I promise it'll look really good. It'll be on my
We need to make
Sony.
room, like in our room or something, for a little setup or something.
Yeah, we do. The manager makes the donuts when they come in at 4 in the morning.
Okay. That's what I kind of thought.
Now, where is that, Bert? Where do they live? Because my friend told me that was only
certain ones, maybe?
Certain areas.
This was.
I thought so too, because
when I saw them hiring for a baker, this was in the Panhandle when we lived in the Panhandle.
Okay.
So I know at least in that area.
No, I know in Cleveland, where I'm from, Cleveland, Tennessee, I know that they had a baker that would come in early in the morning.
You would think though, if some of them do that, you would think all of them would do that, unless it was like a pop-up type place or something. Yeah. But like a standalone place, like where we went today. Yeah. I would think they would have a baker, but.
That Dunkin' on this side of town
is terrible.
Is
that the place where we went? We went and got like a dozen donuts.
And it had ants in it?
There was ants in the donuts. Yeah. And so we're the type of people that don't like to really like complain to the place. So we're just like, whatever.
We just do it on YouTube.
No, we don't.
I'm just kidding.
Well, I guess
it depends. It depends. We just get on YouTube and broadcast it to everybody. And we hated that Dunkin' Donuts. South side of Chicago by the red line. Okay. Yeah. So what he told me is not true then. Okay.
Unless maybe where he got the information was like a pop-up one, and maybe they do that. Because I think I heard, like, if it's a standalone Dunkin', that they have a baker and they bake them. And I think they send what they bake to some of the pop-up locations. Is from what I've understood, but I don't know.
Yeah. Okay, so I'm going to leave the poll open for another, like, 10 minutes. And then I'm going to do another poll after that. But we're gonna do a scare zone one. We're gonna get into all that. Some of them don't make them invite my friend. And hang on, let me reread that. Some do, some don't make them invite my friend as AM at a gas station, Dunkin's in Massachusetts. So his doesn't, but the larger ones do. Okay, that makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know. It's now. While we're waiting, or leave the poll open for another 10 minutes for that one. Then we're going to change it to scare zones. So let's talk about Halloween Horror Nights food for a little bit.
Have they even released?
They have not. But this will be covered in the vlog on Monday.
Only a couple weeks away, right?
Yeah, but...
Weird.
You know... I blank so much. If I'm standing in the park, I can look at something and be like, this area is this area is this.
At home, it's like,
what is it called? Okay, the area in front of, it's Battery Park. Battery Park. The little,
Hey Brian.
Hey Brian, how's it going, man? In Battery Park, they always have the stuff like for Mardi Gras, and then it's like a bar area. So today, I saw Orlando Informer posted a picture that the bar area in Battery Park is going to be designated to the weekend. So it's like a weekend after hours bar area, which sounds pretty cool. I think it would be pretty cool. So
wait, because isn't that right behind Central Park? Or am I thinking of the wrong thing?
It's...
Because the bar
when you're going down Hollywood
right
Boulevard, you look to your left and there's Transformers.
Yeah.
Or Mel's Die-In or Drive-In, and then there's Battery Park right next to it.
But isn't that also Central Park right straight in front? Or am I not thinking the right thing?
Yeah. If you keep walking,
Central
Park's right there. Yeah.
Okay.
It looks Battery Park
like
looks
comes
over.
Together.
Yeah, Battery Park looks out over the water.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I see.
But yeah, so today they did. I wish I had my stuff set up. I'm so sorry, guys. We were totally gonna go live from the park tonight, and I could have shown you in person. But yeah, so they have a banner at Battery Park's little bar there that says the weekend after hours. So the thought process behind this is that this year the food is definitely going to be themed to the houses more so than it was last year. Like last year they kind of experimented with it, you know, when they had the candied bacon thing. It wasn't bacon. The candied brisket thing. I don't remember what it was. Around Tooth Fairy.
Yeah.
And then, you know, they had the Beetlejuice, what's it called? Stand. It looked like a Beetlejuice stand that had the Twisted Tater and stuff. So what I'm hearing is that the thought process behind it is that the food is going to have to do more with, oh, they did it for Hill House too. Remember they had Nell's peanut butter sandwich or whatever it was last year. But the thought process behind it is that they're going to have more like themed food for each house. So like this year they have a booth right outside of where Bug House is going to be. So they might do like a bug type of like milkshake or something like that. That's the weekend's favorite drink, so wouldn't surprise. Whiskey sours. Okay, yeah, they probably will. I would say they'll have that. And then like I don't really know what else they're gonna do. I think they're definitely obviously in Sting Alley they have everything that's set up as like a butcher area. Like it looks like you've gone to your local butcher. So I think that's just gonna be meat based kind of stuff. And then some people there's booths right outside of which we'll get to the scare zones here in a minute, but there's booths right outside of Sweet Revenge too. That might be kind of like candy related. I'm sure that they will. But yeah, let us know what kind of foods you think that they're gonna do. Because I think they could do Halloween. I don't know what they would do for that. What was Michael Myers like to eat? Does anybody know? I don't know, but they could do Lori's. Let's just steal Lori's peanut butter and jelly pocket or something like that. But yeah, I think that's what, from what I'm hearing, that's what they're gonna do, and I have no like confirmation on it. It's just through the grapevine. You know, sometimes I hear some things through the grapevine, and I don't know if it's gonna be true or not. Like, you know, Legend of Zelda coming to IOA. That was bug themed food. Anyone?
Andrea.
I like Halloween Horror Nights food. Yeah, it's good.
It's good. I don't think
we tried some last year. We didn't have a lot. We had the Twisted Tater, pizza fries, which are normal things.
Yeah.
But we didn't get the candied bacon thing or whatever it was because I was afraid it was going to break my teeth off.
Yeah.
Because I saw somebody walking by with it, and I was like, I have this fear that I'm always going to break my two front teeth off. I need to stop, worrying about that. But
bug-themed food, anyone? They could do kind of like in the Mummy gift shop where they have the seasoned bugs.
No. I wonder if they're going to bring the pumpkin guts back because they have the big pumpkin
that'd be kind of cool.
stand this year. And which they had last year. If you guys remember last year, they had like scarecrow pumpkins hanging off of it, and it had pumpkin guts, which was jackfruit. It wasn't real pumpkin guts, like inside. That would be gross. But it was jackfruit and something. I wish now I would have tried it just to see. But
we're more seasoned with stuff like this.
We're more seasoned. Last year when we moved here, HHN was right around the corner as soon as we moved here. Like we were here a month, maybe. And so you got to think about it like, we wanted to become theme park vloggers. That was like our thing that we wanted to do, and we would watch other people's vlogs, you know, like Tim Tracker and Paige and Mr. Morrow and all of those guys. And we would watch them and we'd be like, man, we want to go down there and do that, you know. And so we kind of like did it at Dollywood for a little while. And Dollywood had some good food, but we weren't accustomed to what they do down here. Now we're accustomed to when to get somewhere, what to do, how to avoid the rain, all these kind of things. But so we weren't as seasoned. We were like, oh, we'll just try a couple of things. But now we know, like, you know, we're planning on trying a lot of food. And I think what we're going to do is opening night, we'll probably try a couple of things, and then we're going to have a video designated to only HHN food.
Yeah.
Because I think that's going to be really interesting. But go ahead.
Point out, like, maybe where some of the food is, and maybe, like, some of the drinks stations and stuff like that, too. Because people would probably care about that.
Do you follow Ordinary Adventures? Yes. I love Peter and Kitra. They were here last week. Yeah, I unfortunately didn't get to meet up with them, but I love Peter and Kitra. They're great people. And his stuff looks amazing. He's actually someone that inspired me to get our vlogs looking better. So, but yeah, I think. Oh, hey Rob, what's up, buddy? How's it going?
Hey.
So going back to Thaddeus's comment about bug themed food, bug themed drink, bug juice. Yes, that's what I'm thinking. Now Epcot had something during Flower and Garden. 2 days till you're back down. Heck yeah, dude! I'm looking forward to seeing you, man. Now Epcot had a thing at Flower and Garden that was a dirt and worms milkshake kind of thing. It was good, but I could see them doing something like that.
I didn't really like it that much, but
here's what they should do. It just came to me. If you're gonna do bug juice, use the same thing that they used for the Grinch.
They actually
punch.
have a drink that my kids used to get when they were really little called bug juice. And it was just like a little green juice in like a little bottle, and it had like the spout at the top that you could drink out of. Yeah. And it was actually called bug juice.
They could do that, but put alcohol in it. I could see them doing that.
Yeah. Kind of like the Shark Attack type look.
Yeah.
At least.
But I think what they could do is something really gross too. I mean, I feel like there's always one gross thing at HHN. Like, for me, it was the pumpkin guts last year, even though it was just jackfruit.
And the Leatherface apple pie or something. Or not apple, cherry, I think it was. That looked gross.
I wish I could remember what the Haunted at Hill House one. It was something like Nell's peanut butter and jelly or something.
But they had other things there too.
Yeah, they did.
I don't remember what it was.
But the bug themed food, I think that's a good idea. I feel like if they do that, it'll be really popular. Now with them putting up the weekend bar stuff, I would assume that, I don't want to say Monday they're going to have, because I don't want to get everyone hyped and ready, but I think it's possible Monday they could have menus up.
I hope so.
I don't think they'll do it this weekend. Well, today's already Saturday. My gosh, our weekend's gone by so fast. Yeah, so I don't think that they're going to have that, like have the menus up by Monday. I would suspect by Friday they will, because I feel like they're going to at least give a week's worth of notice. And usually, if I remember right, I think they released it in a press release last year, something like that, where they had all of the foods that came out, and then you could look on their website or whatever and kind of determine what you wanted. It's kind of a guessing game at this point what they're gonna do. Definitely bug themed food. I think they're gonna do. I think they may do, like with the Winter's Wake fisherman thing. They'll probably have some kind of a fish deal. I would say, maybe fried fish or something. Like I could see them do like fish guts. Like I could see them doing something like that. I like when they do the themed drinks. You know, that's tiny bit off topic. I can't believe Mummy is not open yet. Oh, I know.
No.
I know. Yeah. But they did cancel team member previews this weekend because they said that they got everything that they needed from them. So
they probably need
maybe
to fix
Monday.
Some bugs or something.
Maybe Monday. We will see, but I don't know if they'll do that Monday or not. I hope so. We are 13 days away from Halloween Horror Nights, so I would hope it would be.
I hope it opens.
Now, Rob, you said they told you it would be open by your event, right? Oh yeah, definitely going to cover that. You know that. You know we will. But yeah, so I don't know. Okay, so now I'm gonna. Could you place this right over here? Thank you.
Where do you want me to put it?
Just over here somewhere, just out of the way. All right, we're gonna close the poll for the most anticipated house, and now we're gonna do the most anticipated scare zone. Let's bring up another poll here. Let me type this in. So we're gonna do. We'll get that up in just a second. So the winner of our most anticipated house was Bug House with 42%. So went Bug House, The Weeknd, Blumhouse, and then Legends Collide. And we can only do 4 at a time. So we're going to do... we'll do these. And then... which I guess... you know, you can only do 4, but I'll put in the ones that I think are most appropriate. Okay, Rob, no problem, buddy. We'll be going a little bit longer. Well, we still have scare zone stuff to talk about.
I think he's talking about being back here in Orlando.
Yeah, you already mentioned that.
Oh, okay.
Oh my gosh, what are the other ones? I forget the name of that one. Oh, I was right.
Mm-hmm.
And then... forget things are 1 or 2 words.
Yeah.
Okay, so now we're going to put this up. Roaming Reaper, thank you so much for the super chat. We really appreciate that. It means a lot. Thank you. Okay, so most anticipated scare zone, I got 4 up there because that's all it'll allow us to put on there. Is Sweet Revenge, Conjure the Dark, Scarecrow, and Graveyard Deadly Unrest. So we will see how that one goes. So we're going to keep talking about food for just a minute because I had an idea. They might incorporate the scare zones too as food, right? It may not just be the houses, you know.
Yeah, that could be.
Now
So they still could do a pumpkin-y type.
Yeah, I think they will. Now I don't think either that it may be in correlation of where the houses are. You know what I'm saying? Like it's a big theme at HHN this year is pumpkin stuff.
Because where they had the Nell's whatever.
Yeah.
That wasn't that close to where the house was.
But it was in the vicinity. It was in Kid Zone.
Yeah. But it's still kind of far from it, though. If you think about it.
Yeah,
it's
but
not like it was like right next to it or something, I guess. That's what I'm trying to say.
Yeah, I did hear something about them releasing the Major Seats candy for purchase. Yes.
Yeah.
We will cover that before we end the stream tonight because I did want to talk about that news on the Tribute Store from what I'm hearing. Which, you know, Tribute Store is like one of our favorite things to cover here on this channel.
It's just fun.
Yeah, so I don't think it'll matter like in correlation of where it's at, because the other one that we couldn't put on here on the poll because it only allows you to do 4 is Horrors of Halloween, which is the Pumpkin Lord's scare zone, and you guys know he was in the Wicked Growth last year house. And the pumpkin kind of stuff is towards the back of the park, so I don't think it's gonna be in correlation with that. It could be. Well, I don't know, because last year, they did the Hill House one that was pretty close. And then, remember, they had, right outside of Texas Chainsaw, they had the Texas Chainsaw themed booth. Remember that? Mm-hmm. They had that there. Sure. So, I mean, that was pretty cool that they had that, too. But, the Major Sweets Company, I think that would be a huge selling point for them to do that. I think that would be smart, to be completely honest with you. I think they could do that, and that would be a lot of fun. Just like to get a piece and just save it,
I'm sure they're gonna for sure have like some sort of like candy that they'll sell in the tribute store, I'm assuming.
Yeah. Oh yeah. But okay, so out of the scare zones, we have Horrors of Halloween, Scarecrow, Cursed Soil, Sweet Revenge, Graveyard Deadly Unrest, and Conjure the Dark. To me, Hollywood Boulevard was my favorite. It was Eddie's Ready, Set, Haction last year. Eddie's Revenge last year in Hollywood Boulevard. And I thought that was really cool. I thought they did a good job with that. And Graveyard Deadly Unrest. I think it'll be pretty cool. I'm looking forward to that one. And Sweet Revenge is my 2 favorite ones that I'm looking forward to. Now, there was a shirt that had come out that had like the scare zones on it. And it had like a witch and the pumpkin lord. And it had ghosts. So I'm interested to see, because it says for Graveyard. Let's start with Graveyard. Let's talk about Graveyard first. Graveyard Deadly Unrest on All Hallows Eve. A dark storm descends upon a cemetery and awakens long dead spirits. No one living can escape them. So that's telling me it's obviously going to be ghosts throughout that scare zone. Maybe zombies too, probably. Now the shirt that it showed, it had ghosts on the shirt. So I'm thinking maybe.
I didn't see that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, that's okay. I can show it to you. But where's your Instagram? There we go. But yeah, I'm thinking that's kind of what they're gonna go with, and hopefully, I think see the ghost here at the bottom.
Yeah.
Here's our post that we did on that, and like I said, I don't have it all set up like I should, but I can't even get it to do right. But that's the shirt right there, and then you can see the ghosts here on the bottom of the shirt right there. So I think that's probably going to be that.
I like the pumpkin shirt that I saw the other day.
I think, and here's the Sweet Revenge picture too. Like that's the one of the lollipop. I think that they'll probably have like lollipops.
I'm sure.
Something like that. And maybe like, because honestly, they can just sell Universal candy that they already sell and just have it be a special edition Sweet Revenge
maybe change the wrapper on the outside. Or,
yeah.
I don't know.
Well,
last year they had special candy bars that had certain flavors inside the chocolate. Remember? Red for like.
Oh, those were gross.
Yeah, they were.
Those were nasty. Just in my opinion, they were nasty.
Yeah.
Last year they had the Jack and Chance. I think maybe the director. Yeah, I think Jack will be back next year. If they're not going to do Jack, obviously they're not going to do Jack this year, but I think he'll be back next year. Yeah, they did the candy last year. It was the... Okay, so, like, I hate the smell of fake blood. Like that corn syrup smell. I hate the smell of it, and it makes me sick. Now, last year, the Texas Chainsaw House had that heavy in there. It was like really heavy. Excuse me, I'm about to yawn again. But they had that heavy in there last year, and I thought it was pretty gross smelling. But the Jack, I think it was the Jack candy bar that they had last year, and when I bit into it, it had that smell, and it tasted like, I think, the way that fake blood would taste. Like a cherry taste to it.
Yeah.
I don't know. I took one bite and I was like, bleh, you know, and then the other one had green in it too.
Yeah. It was
Now that might have been the Chance one that had the cherry. And the Jack might have been the green apple.
Remember.
One of them was like green apple. And one of them was cherry. So they'll probably do that again. Something like that for sure. Who knows though? I mean, I think it could be a really, really cool thing that they do with the candy. I think that'd be cool. Sweet Revenge is going to be the best one. I think you might be right, Bert. I'm looking forward to that. Now, according to the press release from Universal, it says that the sweets from Major Sweets Candy Company have turned children into crazed killers. This Halloween's all trick, no treat, total mayhem. So, obviously it's going to be people dressed up like children that have gone nuts and are crazy. The candy's kind of turned everyone nuts, and they're going to be running around. Now, there was a rumor before the Scary Zone was supposed to be Candy Mutants. Yeah, Candy Mutants. That's what it was going to be. But now, we now know it's Sweet Revenge. So, with that being said, I don't think... I don't know how it's going to be, but I think there's going to be like... I could see like someone dressed up like a little girl in pigtails and stuff like that running around, and maybe kind of zombified. Maybe with like chocolate all over their mouth or something like that, you know. It's going to be interesting for sure. I think it'll be really cool. But I am looking forward to Sweet Revenge. And then we have Conjure the Dark, which is going to be our witch scare zone. On the first Hallows Eve, an evil sorcerer called forth monstrosities from dark dimensions. Now she will your blood will fuel them. So that sounds pretty cool. I don't really know how I feel about that one. I think it'd be kind of cool though. I think that'll be just an average one. It feels like more of a stage piece, set piece, than it does an actual scare zone. So we'll have to see. I mean, it was like last year with, what was it called? It was in New York last year. Man, I am forgetting.
And what are we...
Oh man, I forget the name. The scare zone. It was like with the futuristic looking people.
Yeah. I don't know what it was
Does anybody remember what the name of that is? Oh man. Oh. All the HHN people on Twitter are going to be like, shame on you for not remembering. Man.
I don't remember the name.
I'm trying to get
But
it to
I
come back to
remember
me.
like a lady walking around with like a dress and she spun around.
Well, that was at the front. I'm talking about the one that was in... Oh man, it was. I remember the controller. Search and Destroy. Yeah, that's it. Thank you. Search and Destroy. I feel like it's going to be kind of more like that one, where it's like more of a stage show. But I don't really know. I am looking. I think look wise, it's one of my favorites so far. And then of course we have Scarecrow 2, Cursed Soil. That one, they still have not put up the facade for that. A lot of people are thinking it's going to be a barn that you walk into or walk through. They still don't have that out yet. So I don't know what they're going to do with that, to be honest with you. But we'll have to wait and see how that goes. I think that one will just be okay. I think it'll just be okay. I'm not Not really looking forward to that one that much. We'll go through it, of course. And then Horrors of Halloween, the one with the Pumpkin Lord. That's the one that's going to be at the front of the park. And that one will be really cool, I think. Usually the one that's at the front of the park is more like introduce you to HHN and what's going on. And there's some scares going on there too. But I think the Pumpkin Lord one will be really cool. And today I saw there's like a bunch of vines that were growing up on the side of the truss now. Like they had like, it almost looked like Jack and the Beanstalk. Kind of look.
Probably like the pumpkin vines.
Yeah, it is. But it looked like, you know, like Jack and the Beanstalk kind of look. But yeah, that one I'm looking forward to too. It looks like so far Sweet Revenge is our top one. With following Conjure the Dark, then Scarecrow, and no one has voted for Graveyard yet. Which I would say that Graveyard's probably the one that one and Sweet Revenge are pretty much done, I think. I'm pretty sure that they're pretty done. Now there was something for Conjure the Dark they put up yesterday that was a little bit more detail. I think it was just like kind of like grass and stuff like that, but it wasn't like the biggest, you know, thing or whatever. But yeah, it was pretty cool. So all right, guys. So what we're gonna do, we're gonna start winding down here. We want you guys to send in some questions to us. Anything you want to ask us about Halloween Horror Nights, about Disney, about anything in general that you maybe have a question about, how things are going to work, or just theme parks in general. We'll start doing these. I enjoyed this. This was fun doing it from home. We'll start doing these maybe once a month from home, and the way we
I think it's more fun in the park because then
it is.
People can see things.
It is. But sometimes it's nice just to sit down and have a conversation. Like this is like us having a conversation with you guys, you know, and you know it's fun to have the conversation and talk and get to know you guys a little bit better. But
because we're starting to recognize, well, you probably do more than I do,
yeah.
But recognizing the same people that are in our chats and stuff.
Yeah, it's a lot of fun. We really appreciate it. Look, I just got a notification. You have a new Disney photo pass. It's probably from Pirates from last night. I think that's the only ride that... Well, no, I took a picture with Jafar. I haven't even looked at that yet. I need to look at that. Yeah, actually, I think you have it on your phone, don't you? Mm-hmm. Disney. Yeah, so let us know what you guys are thinking. You know, when you... Well, here's a good question. If you're coming to HHN, when are you coming? Like when's like anyone coming opening weekend? I know Lisa was in here earlier. She said she was coming. She said she was coming opening weekend. Oh yeah, those are cool. Those look good. Me and old Jafar in Adventureland. Then we have like 50 million of us on Cosmic Rewind. This is like we didn't go ride Cosmic Rewind today. We should have. I was worn out.
Yeah.
I was up till 5 a.m. last night finishing our video, but yeah, I don't see our Pirates ones. I said we had ones to review or something like that. I don't know what it was, but see, it says 2 to review. Oh, you gotta select this. We were at the very back last night. There we are. You can't even see us though because we have the photo pass thing that's over top that. That's funny. But so next week what we're going to do is we will be going live from the park, of course. And going live from the park and doing the preparation for HHN. It'll be our last like time to have a live stream and talk to you guys before HHN, you know, happens. Have you ever done a RIP tour? No, we have not. It's a bit pricey.
We want to though.
Yeah, yeah. I've heard Someone in our chat last week said that they did it and that they actually didn't enjoy it because you had to go so quickly. Like they just pretty much just like take you in and take you out real quick of the houses, you know?
We've considered like letting you do it though, too.
Yeah.
So I don't know. It's not like a final decision, but
we'll
see.
Yeah, I don't know. I might do it this year. I don't know yet. I don't know if I really want to. I don't like doing stuff without you, you know, like that. But I do want to do the unmasking the terror or horror thing this year. But you can't really. A lot of the stuff we do is like I'd like to do stuff that's for the channel, but you can't film inside of that
so
behind the scenes.
On that RIP tour, can you film?
No.
So
you only
then
take pictures.
Okay.
Now there are some of our friends.
A lot of the choices that we make it the choice for what's best for the channel, like what people can actually see and stuff.
Yeah.
So that's why sometimes we don't do stuff like that because we're like, well, if you can't film, then we'd rather like spend money towards something that like people would really enjoy.
Yeah. Until we get to that point where we get media invites for stuff like that, y'all should write Universal and tell them to start media inviting us to stuff. So we're hoping that we can do the RIP tour this year. We'll see.
We'll see.
I will come to your live on the Halloween Horror Nights opening night. I want to see all the scare stuff. Well, we will not be live on Halloween Horror Nights, but opening night we will not be live.
Yeah, not opening night.
That will be an edited vlog, just because.
But we do want to go live at one of them.
Unless you get a media invite, you cannot film inside the house. So that's why I said you guys need to tell Universal that we need a media invite for that. A friend of ours is getting to do that, and I'm excited for him.
Yeah.
But at the same time, nervous. Some of the things he told me that Universal requires you to do, not really to do, but some of the restrictions, like things you can and can't film, it's kind of crazy. But yeah, we would definitely love to have a media invite Universal to that for sure.
Even just the tribute store, that'd be fun.
Oh yeah, I'd love to do that. That's, once you get to that point where you get media invites to things, I think that's pretty cool. We are on the
list.
We are on the media list for Universal. So yeah, it's one of those things. Like they may invite you to this, they may not. But we're thankful just that we're on the list. So I think it's cool. If Disney did houses, what would you want to see? A Haunted Mansion house, of course. I would like to see a Ursula house. I think that would be kind of cool.
Or just a Villains. That would be kind of cool.
Yeah, a Villains house. Yeah, they could do it like Icons. That would be kind of cool. Oh no, batteries at 20%. We can go a little bit longer. I think that would be cool. Ursula house would be neat. And maybe I don't know.
I thought it would be neat if they did something sort of like the Spaceship Earth, like have a ride that you're like sitting down and it takes you through, and like do a whole overlay in there of like a haunted house. That would be really cool.
Oh yeah, that would be cool. Yeah, that would be neat. We'd love to see that. But
that would be neat.
But yeah, we
kind of like those wacky houses or whatever you call them.
Yeah, like
kind of like that,
ones.
but like a haunted house ride. That would be neat.
Yeah.
I think Universal could do that too, because like Cat in the Hat, they could probably do some overlays in that.
Well, our friend Courtney Jackson Travels, she suggested that. She said that would be kind of creepy. Like you could have a scary Cat in the Hat. Order 66 theme house would be cool. That would be insane. That would be crazy. I would like to see that though. Yeah, a Palpatine house would be pretty freaky. A Vader house. Oh, that's a good one. they could do it like Empire Strikes Back when Luke has the vision of going through the through Dagobah and runs into Vader. That would be pretty scary. To me, that's one of the scariest Darth Vader moments in all of Star Wars history. Unless you've seen Rogue One and Obi-Wan. That's some scary stuff right there too. It's pretty awesome though. I love that. But yeah, so I think that's I think that would be cool if they could do it. Disney could do it if they wanted to.
I think they just try to keep it kid friendly. Which it's nice, like if you're coming to Orlando, you have an option for the kids and you have an option for the adults. I kind of like that.
Yeah. Aliens versus Predators, yeah, that would be cool. That would be awesome. I wish they would do that. That would be pretty creepy.
That one we just watched the other
Prey?
day. Yeah, that's
called Prey.
cool.
Yeah, Prey was good.
I've never seen the other one that they have.
You haven't seen the original?
Mm-hmm.
You won't like it, but because it's old.
I should watch it. Give it a chance.
Yeah. Arnold, get to the chopper. That was probably the worst Arnold ever, but yeah, that would be cool. I would like to see something like that. But yeah, so guys, I think that's going to be it for us tonight. We want to thank you guys for tuning in. We've gone a little over 2 hours tonight. Only expected to go about an hour, but you guys have been awesome, and this has been a lot of fun. A very messy movie. Yeah. It's been a lot of fun. We should have a vlog out Monday morning or Monday afternoon sometime. But we are really close to Halloween Horror Nights, and next Friday, yeah, Lord willing, we will be in the park doing another live stream from in the park. We will walk around and get ready for preparation and all that kind of stuff for HHN, but I'm really excited about it. So thank you guys so much for watching. If you're new here, please consider subscribing. It greatly helps us out. We are trying to get to 1,500 before HHN. We have 2 weeks to get to 1,500 subscribers, so that would be awesome. And we're not that far away from it. So, but thank you guys so much for watching. We will see you next week. If you haven't had a chance yet, make sure you go and check out our Mickey's Not So Scary Halloween Party video. And let's rock that video. Let's get it to 1,000 views. Let's do it. I'll be happy with that. All right, thank you guys. We will see you next week. And remember, the road goes ever on. See you next time.